golfers, slicing driver, pulling driver, big carve off to the left, big pull to the left, coming over the top, all of this can be created by this one thing. So we're going to cover that today. It is so important. It's also so simple and so effective. So make sure you're doing this one thing, because quite a lot of golfers have been led to believe that they need to do something else. So you might be wondering what this one simple thing is that could either really hurt you or really help you. And it's ball position. And obviously it's a thing that's spoken about so often, but not spoken about in the right way. So the majority of golfers are trying to do it, get that ball inside the left heel. I'm telling you, let's not do that. Let's relate it to the upper body, and I'll show you all the reasons why this is so important. I've seen far too many golfers come in recently going by the feet, but they have a wide stance. So they have a wide stance, they go inside the left heel, but the most important thing with driver that we need to understand is low point, which is the bottom of the swing, is under the left armpit, okay? So the lowest point of the arc is where our armpit is. The problem with going by the feet and having the ball too far forward, which happens in most cases, is that club head is now going to start swinging up and left. So let's just put a couple of golf balls down just to show you. So we swing on an arc, and if we have the ball too far forward in that arc, we are going to be swinging from out to in. Face open to out to in, big slice. Face square to out to in, big pull. So keeping this in mind, one of the most important things that we need to do, because that club is more likely to be out to in, we've got to offset that by doing a couple of things. Number one, we want the ball position to be roughly under the left shoulder. So we don't want it any further forward than that. So if you're someone who has a wide stance, relate it to the upper body. Okay, relate it to the upper body, get the ball position underneath the left shoulder, number one. Number two, with your upper body, you've got to aim it slightly more to the right than any other club. So with your driver, you've got to aim it slightly more to the right, your upper body, than any other club. So we've got the two things, the two habits. We're going to get the ball position underneath the left shoulder. We're not going to try and see it inside the left heel, especially if you have a really wide stance, because everyone has different stance widths. So it's very difficult to get some consistency with that. If we go under the left shoulder, for everyone, that is just slightly ahead of the low point, slightly ahead of the bottom of the arc, which will help most amateurs just hit very slightly up on the ball without swinging across the ball. So under the left shoulder, we're not looking at the feet. Under the left shoulder, you can practice that by placing a golf club down on the floor just underneath the left shoulder. So we do that, number one. Number two, closing off the shoulders, pointing them a little bit more to the right. So having those level with the toe line, or actually slightly to the right of the toe line. And the combination of those two things are going to improve the path and stop you swinging over the top. So under the left shoulder, closing off the upper body. Path in a good spot, not coming way out to in, and we've hit that straight down the middle. So if you've found this video useful so far, smash that like button, click that subscribe. It would do me a huge favour. It's the only favour I'll ever ask on the channel. So the other benefit about doing this is most golfers who have the ball position too far forward, which is really common. Ball position goes too far forward. Yes, it might look like it's inside the left heel. It's probably a little bit more than that. And then what happens a lot of the time, most of us point the chest towards the golf ball. So if you have a ball position that's too far forward, now you're going to point your chest at the ball. Now your upper body's more open. You're going to lose rotation on the way back, and you're going to swing more across it on the way down. So all from that one thing, all from that ball position. If it's in the wrong place, if it's far too far forward, that will really encourage all those over the top moves, swipey paths, swipey slices, big pulls. So we need to get that ball position back underneath that left arm, just in front of low point. So I want you guys to do that test. Take a club, place it down under your left shoulder. So as we can see with me, I've got quite a wide stance with my driver. So if I went with inside the left heel, it would now be considerably outside my left shoulder. That's going to mean two things. I'll hit very much on the up to the point where I might strike quite low in the club face, but also I'm going to swing more out to in. So then we can start to have a bit of a path issue. Now if we get that club under the left shoulder, what we can see is it's maybe half a club head inside the heel. So it's a bit further back, so we're relating it to the upper body. Now the chest can be more square. Chest's almost pointing at the club head rather than over here, which we see a lot of slices. Now we're going to get a little bit more body turn on the way back and a more consistent path, not as far out to in. So giving those things a try, chest at the ball position under the left shoulder, and another nice shot there. So honestly, this is one of the most important things. Stop the ball position being relative to your feet and start getting your ball position relative to your shoulder. It honestly makes it so much easier, so much more consistent, because quite often people change their stance width without even realising, but this doesn't change. This remains constant. So if we always get it underneath the left shoulder, you're going to have a much more consistent ball position, a much more consistent path, and a much more consistent flight. And as always, if you'd like any extra help with your golf, check out the free swing analysis in the description below. You'll see a free lesson with me on the Skillest app. There's also a free 60-minute practice guide there, and there's even a link to improve.golf, which is my membership site, which has hundreds and hundreds of videos to help you with your game. So check out the description link below, and if you'd like any extra help hitting your driver longer, more consistent, or getting a good setup, check out this video just here.